So today, guys, we are covering a story from Bradford from 2022. The Hussein brothers striker gang shocked Bradford and Barrow as they exploited children to traffic drugs between the two cities. Children as young as 14 were used to peddle drugs, including heroin and cocaine, across Cumbria and West Yorkshire. The so-called striker gang used the teenagers to deliver cocaine and heroin between the two counties, as they flooded Barrow with the drugs from the Bradford base. The striker group flooded South Cumbria with crack cocaine and heroin between July and September last year, 2021, and exploited the children into helping their illegal operation between Bradford and Barrow in Furness. The investigation started when police raided an address in Lesh Lane, Barrow, on July 26, 2021, after reports of drug dealing in the area. As officers entered the flat belonging to Kelly Newby, they found Matthew Murphy in the hallway and on the phone to Asim Hussein. A total of £2,000 in cash, the proceeds of earlier drug deals, was seized from the living room. Murphy's phone showed he was taking instruction from Asim Hussein via text message, including messages such as, "When should I pass D. White?" On August 7, 2021, a 15-year-old child travelled from Bradford to Barrow at the behest of the crime group in order to transport and deal drugs. This child was joined by a further child, aged 16, on the evening of the August 8, 2021, again to facilitate drug supply in Barrow on behalf of the crime group. 4 days later, the 16-year-old child was found on Ramsden Dock Road, Barrow, in company with Nathan Wharton. Wharton was in possession of a hand axe, £500 in cash, 24 wraps of crack cocaine, and 36 wraps of heroin, and was arrested. The child was in possession of a phone that was subscribed to Adil Hussein and showed frequent contact with the crime group. Between August 18 and 25, 2021, a blue Nissan Micra travelled from Bradford to Barrow on 5 separate occasions to deal Class A drugs in Barrow on behalf of the group. On August 25, 2021, the Nissan Micra was stopped by the police near Ulverston. Street dealer Simon Harrison and drugs couriers Abbas Ali and Jibram Rahman were inside the vehicle. All three claimed they had travelled over that day in order to visit the beach. Officers thought this story unlikely, so decided to search the Mikra's occupants. When Rahman was searched, he was found in possession of 40 wraps of heroin and 54 wraps of crack cocaine containing Asim Hussein's fingerprints, and a large sheath knife was hidden under the seat in front of him. On September 1st, 2021, a 14-year-old child travelled from Bradford to Barrow via the rail network. Text messages recovered from his phone showed that he was in frequent contact with the crime group on the outward journey conveying drugs to Barrow and was expecting to collect cash for the journey back, and that he was nervous about the job, telling a friend who tried to dissuade him from making the journey, "I have to." He was seen acting suspiciously by rail staff and stopped by British Transport Police at Lancaster Railway Station, where he was found to be in possession of £1,000 in cash. The final phase of the investigation occurred on October 7, 2021, when Cumbria and West Yorkshire police teams jointly raided an address in Waterlily Road, Bradford, the home address of Asim and Adil Hussein. Key evidence was recovered, including mobile phones used throughout the conspiracy to coordinate the drug supply and exploitation of children. When these phones were examined, evidence was found showing Asim Hussein was concurrently running 2 additional drug supply operations into Bradford and Barnsley. Over £2,000 in cash was also seized from Adil Hussein's bedroom. The gang were jailed for a total of 17 years. Asim Hussein, then 21, of Waterlily Road, Bradford, the head of the crime group, was sentenced to 8 years in prison and made subject of a serious crime prevention order for conspiracy to supply crack cocaine and heroin and money laundering. Adil Hussein, then 19, of Waterlily Road, Bradford, brother of Asim, was sentenced to a 12-month community order for money laundering. Jibram Rahman, Bradford, drugs courier, was sentenced to 3 years in prison for conspiracy to supply crack cocaine and heroin. Abbas Ali of Brighouse, a drugs courier, was sentenced to 4 years in prison for conspiracy to supply crack cocaine and heroin, and money laundering. Simon Harrison, from Halifax street dealer, was sentenced to 2 years and 3 months for possession, with intent to supply heroin and crack cocaine. If you found this story intriguing, don't forget to hit that like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to SN Studios for more riveting true crime content. Stay tuned for the next episode as we continue to uncover the hidden stories that lurk in the shadows.